G'day mate. Remember my WRX? Last time you saw it only had a few mods. Since then I've had a bit of work done. I installed a set of coilovers, had them professionally adjusted, got a wheel alignment and had braided brake lines fitted. I got all new darkest legal window tinting. I got a different set of wheels and tyres. I installed an Alpine head unit, a JBL bass tube and 2 sets of Alpine speakers with a 2-channel amp. Cosmetically, I had all the minor dents and dings removed from shopping trolleys and people opening their car doors into it. And I shampooed the entire interior. After all this was done, I was on my way to a car show. I took off from a set of lights, I put my foot down and something went bang. After this, the check engine light came on, my car just crawled to a halt. I had to turn it off and start it again. And then I thought everything was fine. But when I put my foot down, it wouldn't hit boost properly. It would only get about halfway and then just sort of flutter there. Turns out this was the airflow meter. After a lot of trial and error, I bought a new one and everything was fine again. So after all that, I had the windscreen replaced to remove all the stone chips and scratches free of charge, thanks to insurance. And I got all new brake pads. Those last 2 weren't planned, but I couldn't get a safety or roadworthy certificate without one. Wait, a what now? According to the New South Wales Transport, Roads and Maritime Services, formerly known as the New South Wales RTA, you will most likely need a safety certificate to renew your registration if your vehicle is over 5 years old. And I quote, "To renew your registration, you may need to get a safety check. If your renewal notice says inspection required, you will require a safety check at an authorised safety check station. Most vehicles more than 5 years old must pass an annual safety check. Trailers weighing less than 250 kilograms do not need to be inspected." In addition to this, when you sell or dispose of a vehicle, it is your responsibility to tell Roads and Maritime Services that you are no longer the registered owner. In Victoria, according to the Vic Roads website, it is the seller's responsibility to, and I quote, "provide the buyer with a certificate of roadworthiness that is no more than 30 days old when the sale takes place. In addition to this, the seller is also responsible for," and I quote, "filling in the seller part of the application for transfer of registration form." In Queensland, you have to have a safety certificate to be able to offer a car for sale. According to the Queensland Government Department of Transport and Main Roads, formerly Queensland Transport, I quote, "If you are selling a registered vehicle, you will need to obtain and display a Queensland safety certificate from the moment you offer the vehicle for sale. The safety certificate must be displayed on a conspicuous part of the vehicle." So if you ever want to sell your car, at least in Victoria or Queensland, you're going to need to get a safety or roadworthy certificate first. After that, you can go and advertise. In my case, I used carsales.com.au. First person who came to look at it, bought it. That was after I figured out that I had my number 1 digit wrong. But anyway, after you've advertised your car for sale, you should expect phone calls, messages, a lot of people asking interest, assuming that you get your phone number right. And then from there, they may want to come for a test drive, or they might want a third-party inspection done by someone like RACQ, RACV or NRMA, depending on what state you're in. After this, generally they make an offer, you negotiate back and forth, decide on a price, then you take a deposit once they decide they want to buy the car. The car isn't theirs until they pay the rest of that. To finalise the sale, you'll have to write the new owner a receipt, give them the current registration papers, and fill out transfer paperwork for you and them to return to the governing body in your area. So yes, all that means that the WRX is now gone. But not to worry, on to bigger and better things. As you can see, the dodgy, shady Movemberness continues. It's starting to grow on me. Yes, Movember's almost over. Sadly, the dad joke's here to stay.